man, I love Spider-Man. He's so cool. Wish I could be like him.
You know, some people actually do have mutations that give them things that are kind of like superpowers.
Really?
Yeah. You know how red blood cells carry around oxygen and carbon dioxide in your bloodstream?
Yeah.
Well, some people's red blood cells are slightly different and have an additional property.
Really? How so?
Well, let me show you.
Okay.
Well, Billy, luckily for you, I just got finished explaining this concept to someone else.
Perfect.
To tell you about these mutations, I have to start with how red blood cells actually carry oxygen around your body.
Okay.
95% of a red blood cell is a protein called hemoglobin. This hemoglobin is composed of 4 smaller proteins called globins. Each of these globins has something called a heme, which is what actually picks up the oxygen and carbon dioxide.
Well, what does that have to do with superpowers?
If you were to unravel any of these globins, or any other protein in your body for that matter, you'd find that it's a long series of these things called amino acids. If your genetic code is mutated, it instructs your body to put a different amino acid in place of the regular one, but not always.
Okay.
Now, this amino acid substitution can have a large effect on how the protein actually works, and in the case of hemoglobin and sickle cell anemia, it does. The new amino acid is on the outside of the hemoglobin, and when the hemoglobin becomes deoxygenated, it's just the right shape for this new amino acid to fit into a slot on another hemoglobin, building up and forming large, rigid fibers that deform the red blood cell.
And this is bad?
Well, in some cases it's good. For example, diseases like malaria require the volume of the cell to fully replicate. This reduced volume of sickle cell in a sickle cell does not allow the disease to actually replicate. But in some cases, it can be bad because these deformed cells are not as good at moving through your body's smaller blood vessels.
Okay. So the sickle cells, having too many, is bad for you?
Yes.
Okay. Well then, I think I don't want to be mutant anymore. I don't want to have superpowers. Well, thank you. This actually helped a lot. I just want to watch Spider-Man. I don't want to be a mutant.
That's all right, Billy.
Thank you very much, sir.
No problem.